We got the new domination event going on right now in NBA 2K Mobile. A lot of people have been asking me how to play the domination. So we just finished one map. We need to go into another map in order to finish the event. I think we need like 4,000 more points. I'm going to go into a map right now and explain how to go about playing domination. But one of the best things I always encourage people before even starting domination is just to make sure when you go in your player catalog, and I did talk about this a bit in the last video, you want to make sure you take care of the 500 card limit. You tap on the blue button right next to the player name search, and you're going to sort by star. What this does is puts your highest star rated players on the top, and it's going to make it easier for you to find the cards that you can upgrade fast. So we most likely got to scroll to the bottom because I'm usually pretty on top of this, and it will highlight all the players that can be upgraded in green. And by doing this, it will show you all the players that you have duplicates of, and it will make it very easy for you to upgrade those cards first. Now, of course, if it is a card that you're trying to max out and you're trying to keep on your roster, then adding a duplicate of a theme card doesn't make sense. You want to upgrade each one individually on their own and then merge them at the end, right? It's just the best way to keep your resources. But for those foundation cards that you're not going to use, it makes a lot of sense. And you can see this Kevin Garnett is in green because I have another copy of him that I was able to get from grinding the events. That would be the first thing you want to do when you're working on your catalog. The second thing you want to do is sort it by tier, and you want to keep pretty much the 4 highest rarities. If you're in Arcane Crystal, you want to keep Arcane Crystal, Rose Quartz, Purple Sapphire, and Aquamarine. Those are the cards you want to keep. And then you want to look at the abilities of the cards too. You want to keep your Gear Mentor cards, any cards that have conference ability, and you want to keep your courtside pass cards. I like to also keep the alternate position cards, any player that's playing a different position, because those are very rare. And I still like keeping those triple doubles cards, the all defensive cards, because all those cards have boosted stats. Right now, if you're in an Arcane Crystal tier, any card that is Garnet or lower, you should be trying to turn into mentors. And if you really want to consolidate your collection, you should only be making Zircon, Cobalt, and Garnet tiers if you are in Arcane Crystal. So anything lower than Garnet, use those to train up your cards. That way you can get through your inventory a lot faster. Now you might be asking, well, DRL, why do you still have some of those cards? I'm going to explain to you why. When you're playing domination, the key is to have bench players. That way they can guard and defend your arena and make it a little bit more difficult for somebody to take that arena from you. The way I keep my bench players is I sort by position first, or I go to point guard, and then I sort through every team in the NBA. And now I'm just going to go back to the view where I can see all my cards together. You want to make sure you have a position player for every team in the NBA. And this also makes it easier for you to look through it to see which cards you want to keep, which abilities are good. So like we'll look at the Celtics. The only card I kept for the Celtics is this Rajon Rondo. He is the all defense team because this card has boosted stats. I also kept this Malcolm Brogdon because he is a gear master. These are cards that you can also use for power caps. So you get a lot of purpose out of these cards. Now, since my Malcolm Brogdon was a gear master, I also want to keep this Peyton Pritchard as well. Just in case I am grinding a higher difficulty tourney, I have a better gear master player to use. If I were to get rid of cards, it will be the 2 Derek Whites, right? They won't make the cut because they're under Garnett. But this will be a good card to make into a mentor because he has a 5 in shoot off dribble, a 5 in 3-point shot, agility, and playmaking. So if I max out those stats, he will be a mentor with +2 stats for each of those categories. So that's the idea with managing the teams. So now let's jump into the domination event. And hopefully we get one of those objectives that are pretty easy. I think the one that's been a little bit tough is getting 12 arenas at the same time. But aside from that, man, NBA 2K Mobile made an announcement early in the week, and they got rid of 2 of the craziest objectives. I talked about that in my last video. It was definitely pretty awesome. All right, so we are officially in here. We need to win 2 home arenas. That's a pretty easy one. That's one of the newest ones that they added. So you want to click on the trophy just to see what color you have. Right now I have sky blue. So first thing you want to go over to your squad. So blue is right over here. You want to put auto update. And this is why it's very important having the bench players, because those are the players that are going to defend your home arenas. And what's awesome too is why you do things like that, you can also work on side hustles, which I think was the best thing they added to domination. And this is really becoming one of my favorite modes, which is crazy, right? If you've been playing NBA 2K Mobile for a long time. That's not always the case with domination. So now that we have that arena, the key is to get another home arena. So we're going to try to go for the Clippers since it's close to us. or you could try to go for Orlando, right, which is on the bottom. It's really up to you. The defending team has 326K. So this is also why it's important not to go super crazy maxing out your cards. You want to keep 5 teams that are pretty close in power. My teams right now are more or less around 450K to 550K. And it's mainly for domination. And having multiple players is helpful for power cap as well. So we're going to the first matchup. All right, so let's go. We'll hit Magic right to Larry Bird. Corner trade special. I like that. It's a beautiful dime right there from MJ. Who said MJ don't pass the rock? Shaq with the monster block. We are pushing. Look at Magic flying. A little behind our back. Look who we hitting in the corner. What a dime we got, DaRealLegend. He misses that one, surprisingly, but the dime was beautiful. And we had a lot of time to get that off for DaRealLegend, though. Strong rebound right there from Patrick Ewing. We're going to hit Larry Bird again. He's just too open. They're giving him that opportunity. He's going to take it, man. One of the best small forwards, one of the best scorers in this game. Jordan, fast break. We got it. I believe I can fly, baby. We got that win right there. You can see that we completed that domination event. And that's all you really need to do. And getting the bench players is super important. And I'll show you right now exactly what I'm talking about. So now that we got that arena, auto update, because we have players for every team, you need to have the players for that arena. We had Phoenix, we had players for the Suns, we're able to fill it up, we had every position, and that's why it's important, because now the opponent has to deal with a team that has 7 defense, 18 defense, and if we took over this Laker arena, we got Laker players as well, and the same thing for the Clippers. But since we got the Kyrie arena ready, I'm not going to take any more arenas. That way, everyone has an easy opportunity to finish this map. I'm not going to make this map more difficult for everyone who's playing in it right now. As always, folks, I appreciate the support. Let me know in the comment section, are you hyped for the GOAT theme? What players do you want to see in the GOAT theme? And as always, I will catch you on the next one. Stay ball.